Welcome to episode 24. Yeah, episode 24.
You know, an arrogant man once told me you can't change the past, only how it shapes you. I think he might be right. It's been a while since I've had a confidant. Would the god of few words lend me his ear now and again?
As long as I am needed.
Alright, we're gonna see how to get to that fucking chest I saw
Say their markings.
over there.
We should be careful.
We already fucking did this shit. Stop acting like we didn't. I'm surprised this didn't come back. No matter how many times I died. I missed something. Good thing I came back.
Anything interesting, brother?
You know, I would have beaten you
What?
earlier if Atreus hadn't been there.
Perhaps.
We could go again, find out for certain.
I would rather not.
I'll bet you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about this game. Kratos lets her get away with way entirely too much bullshit. It's like you couldn't fucking beat me even if I was at a severe disadvantage. Yeah, I think I did get that one. But just to be certain. Dude. Really gotta fucking go all the way the fuck up here just to do this shit?
Freya, how did your brother come to be burned by the Aesir?
Well,
No more for now. Focus.
So he asks a question and then says, no more for now. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Alright, so it's an R and it's a fucking P. So we already got this. Nope. Wait, maybe. Yeah. Does that work? No. I hate that that's how that works. I really do. Is that one of them? The Y? Yeah. I'm hitting it, but it's not registering. What kind of angle am I supposed to get on something that I can't fucking see?
This crest. It's mine. Ah, that's it.
Sure, I'm open. Far be it for me to improve on the lady's work, but, that'll keep your bits in all the right places.
A good fit.
Wait, feels like there was something else.
So, Brock, if Lunda can step between realms to travel about like you, I presume it must be the guild you know each other from.
Maybe. Or maybe I just showed her a few tricks while we were tying one on.
Or maybe I showed him. You don't know us, Clever Pants.
Lunda, would you happen to know how your light and dark elf friends came to be involved?
You mean Bakefair and Bala? Well, they were both imprisoned by one side or another, or maybe both. Escaped together, been on the run, and absolutely all over each other ever since.
A dark and light elf fleeing their people together. Quite a risk.
Being in love's always a risk. That's what makes it fun.
You could say the same about hot cheese.
Alright, time to find that last Mimir fucking bullshit.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed.
There it is.
Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame.
Brains, get over it.
Nice work.
This is an R.
I must say, I think we make a good team. With my brains, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
It's a shame. There it is, just on the shore. Alright. On to more adventures,
Freya.
I guess.
How did your brother come to be burned by the Aesir?
Well, Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freya was a guest when Odin burned him?
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yields. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted, who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of. Obviously, he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from.
I feel like this takes me in a circle.
Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
What wager?
I've told this story, brother.
And now she may tell her own.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this mason, this giant in disguise.
His name was Hrimthur.
He just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn for it. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall...
Then it is already Ragnarok.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way.
Thanks for collecting that.
Yeah, I'm going to Midgard. Actually, first I think I'll go to what's this? Fun? No. Sorry I'm so quiet. I've been up since 12? Pretty soon I'll be starting to work at 7 and ending at 3, so... yeah, I'll still be up this early. Nah, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll actually try and have a normal sleep schedule.
What is this?
Ravens, the ones we've been destroying. Odin's little spies.
New father, new mother, new fate to suffer.
That's fucking dark.
In life we hanged, in death we kneeled, until you freed us with your steel.
So destroying the ravens free their spirits somehow. Good to know.
Free.
Well, free of Odin's control anyway.
I bring stone.
I know that smell. Troll! And here I thought you'd already busted up every single one in the 9 realms before Fimbulwinter.
Okay.
still owe me the story of who made these things.
Wish you could buy two.
And now for the goddess.
Okay.
You know what you want? What's the Witch of the Woods need? This'll draw attention from your face at least. Actually, looks pretty good on you. I'll buy it, then sell it for a mint once the Vanir decide they want it back.
Chef. Oh, that's actually pretty good. There's just shit that I don't want though. Stem bar strain reduces how quickly enemies strain. Alright, so I got that. What's this for? Wait, what'd that say? Various weapon equipment. Okay. So what does this have? Oh, this has both. Okay. So I need glowing embers. Second. Alright, so I did that. Time to do this.
Are we off to find that elven sanctum then, or something else?
We certainly can. Though we do have something else that needs our attention. We found a Hofgufer out in the Barrens, milady. In terrible pain. We freed it, but there's another intern somewhere beneath the Forbidden Sands.
A Hofgufer? I haven't seen one since
And
I was
what
a child.
else?
That's
There's
pretty
still
much
that
it.
secret elven library,
Lead the
and I'll
way.
find it.
feel like I already passed the door. I feel like it didn't load.
Do you regret it, Mimir?
Most likely. What are we talking about in particular?
Giving up your body?
I regret exchanging my life for my freedom? That's a question I ask myself every day, my lady.
What about today?
Today? Glad to be out in the world. How else could I spend such quality time with you?
Okay, okay.
Freya, I've always wondered, why was Freyr so revered here so quickly upon his first arrival?
Well, to begin with, it wasn't his first arrival. Very few know this, but Freyr was one of the earliest visitors to Alfheim, back in the dawn of realm travel.
Wait. Let us look this way.
Much of the sand has been cleared away, but another storm rages beyond that pass, which must mean...
Another half-goofa.
I remember when Freyr and I traveled to this realm as children. The desert was healthy and full of life back then. I can't help but fear that era has ended for good and our efforts here are futile.
It's a fair concern. Healing this land will take more than a pair of singing half-goofa. But I have to believe, in the long run, we're doing right by Alfheim.
I know I can take the dogs, but it's just in case. 'Cause I think that there's a crow somewhere over here. I remember it being a fucking tree, but could be wrong.
Well, best we start looking for a way underground.
Keep a lookout for a cave!
There it is. I'll get to that though. Eventually.
I see an entrance!
I hope Freyr will appreciate our work here in the desert. I wonder if he knows how poorly this realm has fared in his absence.
Aye. Hearing the Song of the Sands again is a rare privilege, even if it's only a solo act.
No. No, you
Or a
don't.
duet, once this Hofgufa is free. This architecture. It is not of the Dark Elves.
An abandoned ancient settlement, by the looks of it. Built long before the Lightwell's creation.
More hive matter as well.
I'd say we're on the right track then.
reach it from down here. This kind of hive material is sensitive to sound. How odd. When I last came here with you and Atreus, I assumed the absence of Alfheim's light was an aberration. I didn't realize it was covered by a hive.
Aye. And as far as the Dark Elves are concerned, it's that light column in the center of the temple that's the aberration. Just look at how old some of these surfaces are. Far older than the light well, or even our trapped half-skipper for that matter.
That's quite the empathetic perspective, Mimir.
Well, dangle from a burly god's backside for a few winters, and you'll find yourself looking for all sorts of new perspectives.
Wow, Mary, you don't like hanging from my backside? My butt not big enough for you? Boy. Okay, so she uses the lasso like Wonder Woman.
More hive, but denser. Well, there you go.
Rich, left flank! Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
From behind! Incoming!
Brother, the wee bastard's about to explode!
That was aggressive and I almost died again.
Rot!
Behind you!
Enemy behind you! Light elves.
Left side, incoming!
On your left! behind you!
Last one.
Light elves don't often travel underneath the barrens, do they?
Territory changes hands often in Alfheim, or so it appears.
Big Veer did mention that these ruins have historical significance for the Light Elves.
Alright,
I assume they're only here
this is
to
gonna be
keep
the end of
intruders
this
out.
one.
Well.
And then I'm gonna start the
At least they
other one.
tried.
So thanks for watching.